A Therian is somebody who identifies as wholly or partially non-human, specifically as a non-human animal from this earth.
You know, there was a time where no one ever thought that this would happen, but yet here we are. People identifying as godly or non-human, in other words, better than you. Welcome back to another controversial conversation with your favorite non-leftist lesbian, me. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe because I am one of the only LGBT channels on this internet that comes for the far leftists because they're full of shit. I'm already annoyed. Let's do our best to find the message in this first video.
Now, there are other forms of non-humans, and a person could identify as being non-human for a plethora of psychological or spiritual reasons. For me, I'm not sure which it is. I used to be certain that it was purely psychological due to neurodivergency. However, as I started to delve into my spirituality, I started to question if it was maybe a past life that affects my alter humanity.
Okay, no. See, no. Do not bring spirituality into this. This is just gaslighting at its finest. Just because I say I'm godlike and I identify as like non-human and holy, it's not because I think I'm better than you, it's because I'm spiritual. No. A big part of spirituality is recognizing people for where they are and knowing that nobody is essentially better or less than. People are just at different places in their life and on their paths. And I'm just saying, this is not very holy or spiritual of you. And yes, people that think like this need to take a big step back. And interestingly enough, as much as I am not a fan of this next creator, I do think they make a really good point with something that they say.
This will probably piss some boomer off, but I don't care. Every time I'm called sir in public, I don't respond. And it's not because I'm being belligerent, it actually never occurs to me that they would be talking to me. Especially because like the way that I present so much now is very much not in line with a man at all. So I don't really know where that's coming from.
Although I do disagree with them claiming that they're not presenting as a man. I mean, you do have a 5 o'clock shadow, ma'am. Just because you dress differently doesn't mean people aren't gonna see you as male. What I will say though, and what I think is fantastic, is that this person is seemingly not allowing other people's perceptions of them dictate how they feel about themselves. They're not letting other people validate them as much anyway. That's what it seems. One of the biggest issues with people today that are immersed in this gender ideology, race issues, what have you, is that they are expecting everybody to cater to them. They always feel entitled to other people's thoughts, other people's feelings, and if it doesn't help them feel better about themselves, you are the bigot. They'll resort to name calling, canceling, physical violence in some cases. I mean, look at this video.
Hi, I'm Mama Rose. I am a transgendered woman. I go by she, her, they, them pronouns. I can tell you right now, my period I experience every month is very real, very valid, and very painful.
Don't believe science. Don't believe your own eyes. Just believe me. I'm the only person that matters. Yes, I am mimicking somebody. I know you know who I'm talking about. This is why I do my best to clarify the difference between actual transsexual people and transgender or trans activists. The crazies, aka the people that aren't making sense. We can usually recognize them quite easily by the talking down tone inflection, the nose ring, the crazy haircuts, colored hair, communist or socialist values.
You go ahead and keep invalidating trans women. You go ahead and keep telling them that their experience is not real. You go ahead and keep telling them that, because if that makes you feel like a real woman, if that makes you feel so big and important, sweetie, then you go do it. Whatever helps you sleep at night, boo-boo.
Yeah, it's not that it makes people feel big and important. It's important to speak the truth. Or in this case, the opposite of the truth, but you guys know what I mean. It's very clear to me that this person is honestly just projecting a ton, though whatever helps you sleep at night comment is 100% internalized deflection, if you will. How they're feeling internally, obviously. Honestly, I doubt the person that commented or the person that hurt this person's feelings is ever gonna even think about this person again. The truth is that everybody knows that the only one that's obsessing over this is you. But here's the thing, it is time to understand science and know the truth. And the truth is, just because something makes you feel less than doesn't mean you are less than. Just because you're different doesn't mean you're worse. Here's another example of this.
We understand what the patriarchy is, right? They created the patriarchy, you know, to put men in boxes and to put women in boxes. But the patriarchy is inherently misogynistic because women get treated like shit. historically, right? It's inherently transphobic. So the reason why period is so synonymous with bleeding is because they wanted to exclude trans people and non-binary people. Cis women are not the only ones that experience periods.
First of all, periods do not automatically disclude, is that the right word? Not include trans people. Trans guys can get their periods. The trans women, though, do not. And this is how they get you, right? They change the definition of words to further their agenda or their speaking points, even though they're not actually good speaking points. They change the woman from adult human female in a biological term to simply an identity. And now they're changing period instead of the actual definition of it, which is the shedding of the uterine lining because you didn't have a baby that month. They're changing the word to mean cramps and hormone cycles, which, I mean, everybody has hormone cycles and everybody can get cramps. So no, that is indeed not what a period is.
At the end of the day, whether it's hormones, whether it's your body producing hormones, whether you are a cis woman and have to take hormones, that hormonal period is valid. Not everybody bleeds. And I don't understand why wouldn't you want to be inclusive?
It's not about not being inclusive or not wanting to be inclusive. It's about needing to be correct and seeing the purpose in that. Yes, not everybody bleeds. They're just not getting their period. We see this often in anorexic people that with anorexia, I guess is a better way of saying it. When your body is that thin, you go into, not starvation mode, but you go into like a shock. Your body isn't looking to produce a baby. It's looking to sustain the body that it already has, right? Most people that have anorexia do not get periods. But does that mean that their body is experiencing the same thing as a trans woman who doesn't have female anatomy? No, of course not. Just because something is similar in some ways doesn't mean it's the same. But you know what's not similar in any way? A penis and a vagina. And no, God, it's not reducing somebody down to their genitalia just because you don't want to suck a dick. Lesbians don't want to suck a dick.
Hi, I just don't want to attack you at all, but I think may not be the best approach to give anyone a pass on the reduction of someone's body down to their genitalia. In this case, obviously the dominant image of someone who is a lesbian is someone who is not interacting intimately with phalluses in any context, but that is also not true.
A strap-on is not the same thing as a dick. This is going back to like 2010 when I first started making videos.
There are artificial phalluses, there are silicone phalluses, there are organic phalluses. All of these things are things that lesbians can interact with.
Organic phalluses. I cannot. Like, you can go to the store, like you're gonna go to Trader Joe's and get an organic phallus. You're gonna get an organic dick in the organic dick section. I can't. The changing of words to gaslight lesbians into feeling like they have to be attracted or want to sleep with people of the opposite sex is disgusting. It's a female penis. It's an organic phallus.
I think it's important to note that while I know many lesbians who've had very bad experiences with phalluses because they didn't know they were lesbian or going down to like some sort of sexual violence against them, which I'm very empathetic for.
Oh my God, back to the old lesbian, like you're only a lesbian because you've had sexual trauma argument. No, sometimes people just don't like dick. It's really that simple. There's a very obvious reason, and it used to come from heterosexual men, and now it's coming from transgender women, or still coming from heterosexual men, but less so. And that is that lesbians' sexual orientation is taken the least seriously out of the entire spectrum. Think about it. How often do you see trans guys or biological females that are women that are not on HRT telling gay men that they have to love their organic vagina? Like, I mean, it happens, but it's very rare, I would say. It's like all of the work we've done for the past 15 years for homosexual rights has just like disappeared in the name of trans activism. And the majority of trans people don't like this bullshit. But just a little quick segue, I want to mention that most of you have seen that I'm in a brand new background. I'm in a new apartment in Miami, which I will be living in the winter months. And I want to say a very quick shout out to a few of the companies that sponsored me in this big move. One of them is the mattress that I am currently sitting on and sleeping on and loving it. And I'm not just saying that because they actually did not pay me. I really genuinely do love their products. The futon shop, go and check out their actual organic mattresses and not an organic phallus. I have back problems. It helps me sleep so much better. Also want to say a quick shout out to GDF Studios that gifted me with my lovely dining table and chair set. It's very mid-century modern and I'm loving it. And also love the 3 pieces of artwork from Helm and Orr. They sent to me all the way from LA. They're super based company. Don't judge them because they're in LA. They're amazing. And other than that, go and check out their pages, their websites and such. Go buy stuff, go support companies that support this page. And I will see you guys back here in a few days with a brand new video. Until then, I love you. Love yourselves. Bye.